Okay, so after living here my entire life and helping a lot of people move here, I get it. San Diego can be so confusing. So hopefully in this video, I can give you guys some clarity if you are moving here. Here we go. By the way, my name is Nick, and you guys are reaching out all the time, and we love helping you out. So if you're thinking about making a move in or around San Diego, just shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just straight up give us a call so we can help you save a ton of time and possibly help you make a smooth move right here to San Diego. Now, the first confusing thing is going to be San Diego is massive. And when I say massive, I'm talking about 3.3 million people living in the entire San Diego County. Now, that's not as big as New York or Los Angeles or even Chicago, but close to 3.5 million, that's a big population. And I find that a lot of people really struggle on figuring out which area or region is gonna be best for them here in San Diego. And it can really be broken down into about 3 different areas. You're gonna have North County San Diego, you're gonna have Central San Diego, and you're gonna have South San Diego. Now, they're all really different, like I said. Now, North County San Diego, it's gonna be a lot more of a suburban feel. It's a little bit more spread out. In each town, or I should say city, is self-sustainable with their own downtown. You're gonna have plenty of shopping centers, grocery stores, retail shopping. You're not gonna need to go, leave that city, let's say, to go somewhere else just to get your shopping done. It's all right there. Now, when I say they each have their own downtown, I'm not talking like high rises and things like that. It's just like an area where the restaurants are, the cafes, the bars, things like that. Now, once you start to head down to Central San Diego, this is where you're gonna have older neighborhoods, and sometimes they only last about a mile or two before you're in another neighborhood. So for example, you could be in North Park, you're gonna have City Heights, you're gonna have Hillcrest, you're gonna have Talmadge. This is all within like a 10-mile span. So these are all very close. And again, these are gonna be older neighborhoods when you get into Central San Diego, and you're gonna be a lot closer to things than you would be in North San Diego. And if you move down to South San Diego into areas like National City, you're gonna have Chula Vista, Imperial Beach. It's gonna be a little bit more of a suburban feel as well, and you're gonna be a lot closer to downtown if you have to commute there. But, as a person that lives in North San Diego, I don't really go down to South San Diego very often, and vice versa. If you live in South San Diego, you're probably not gonna be heading up to North County San Diego unless you're gonna try like a restaurant up there or you're gonna have a beach day. And again, I do go down to South San Diego very often just to meet clients and go check out, neighborhoods and homes down there. But besides that, if you're just, a person that works and you're not in real estate, you're not gonna be driving all the way up to North San Diego. So just something to really think about with these different regions. The next confusing thing is HOA fees and Mello Roos. If you've never heard of Mello Roos, definitely stick around because I'm gonna break this down. You're gonna see it here in San Diego depending on the community and city. But a lot of you guys think that the only time you're gonna have an HOA is if you have a condo. This is not true at all, especially here in San Diego. You have a ton of master plan communities where there is single family homes, and these single family homes do have homeowners associations. And you might be thinking, what the heck am I paying for if I have a single family home and an HOA? Well, the fees are gonna really range, and it can be anywhere from as low as $50 a month going up to, $200 a month. This is for a single family home. Now, where does that go? Well, most of the time it's really just going towards the common area maintenance. It's just keeping the landscaping not on your house, but in the neighborhood nice and clean. Maybe there's a park with a playground. It's keeping that stuff kind of nice. Maybe there's even a gate to get into the community. That's what the HOA fee is going towards. Now, if you have a condo, well, that's completely different. Those HOA fees I've seen as low as $250 a month, going well up to close to $1,000 a month, and it really depends on what they include. Some of them have some really nice amenities. They have pools, they have clubhouses, they have all this type of stuff. And a bonus is it takes care of the exterior, it's gonna take care of the roof, it's gonna take care of termite. All that stuff is covered usually with the HOA in a condo. So it's a little bit different with the single family and condos, but there's definitely gonna be a lot of HOAs in some of these communities. Now, what is this Mello Roos? So Mello Roos is going to be a tax, and you're not really gonna see Mello Roos unless you're in a community that's, let's say it was built in the last 20 years. So anything built right around 2000 and newer, you might see this Mello Roos tax. And what this really is this is just an assessment tax that goes towards the infrastructure. So it's going to take care of the schools, it's going to take care of the sidewalks, it's going to take care of the street lights, all that type of common area maintenance that kind of improves the values in the neighborhoods and keeps it looking nice. That's what this Mello Roos tax goes towards. So you're going to see them usually on 20 to 30 year bonds. So let's say you bought something in 2010, it's brand new and it has a Mello Roos tax. You know, you're probably not going to see it expire till 2030, but even then they can renew these bonds for maybe another 10 or 20 years, and you're not really going to know until you get closer to that end of the timeline on that first bond. So it's hit or miss. I mean, these taxes sometimes are really not that bad. I've seen $1,000 for the year. I've seen $2,000 for the year. It really just depends on the master plan community, when it was built, and really what you're really looking for. And again, guys, this is why we make these videos for you guys, is because we love helping you understand this area in San Diego so much better. So if you're finding any value in these videos, it would mean the world to us if you hit that like button. And of course, we know these areas like the back of our hands. So make sure you guys are reaching out so we can help save you a ton of time. All of our info is below. The next confusing thing is home affordability. And I think we all know this by now, but San Diego is not very affordable if you're looking for a home here. We just have little to no inventory, and we just have a big buyer demand. It just hasn't calmed down, and it's very competitive if you want to buy a home here, which makes it expensive. So with that being said, depending on your budget, to me, an affordable home here, single family, is going to be about $800,000, and you will be lucky to find a home that's detached for $800,000 that's in good condition and in a nice neighborhood. It's really, really hard to come by. So you need to keep that in mind when you are moving here. Budgeting is very important. But you know, let's say you have a juicier budget, you know, $2, $3, $4 million. You're gonna have plenty of options. I mean, you can look in areas like Rancho Santa Fe. You're gonna have La Jolla, Carlsbad, Encinitas. You have so many great communities if you have the budget for it. But if you're on the lower end, and let's say you're even less than $800,000, you know, you could probably find a nice condo or maybe even a townhome for $500,000 to $700,000. You might not be in the most amazing neighborhood, but again, this is why it's so important that you do reach out to us, because once we have clarity on your budget, we can just set you up with some really good neighborhoods on where we know a home will A, fit your lifestyle, and B, fit your budget. But if you are really looking for something more affordable, I would recommend looking in areas like Vista. You have San Marcos, Escondido. You can also look a little south in areas like La Mesa. You have Claremont. So you do have some affordability in those, you know, $8 to $1 million price range, but that's again going to be affordable here in San Diego. Confusing thing number 4, where is all of the new construction homes? Where is it? Literally, they are very slim to none options here in San Diego. And I know at the top of your guys' wish list, well, most of you guys, you are looking for a brand new home or a home that was built really in the last 5 years. And I get it, because a lot of these homes are very, very efficient. They're completely updated. You don't gotta worry about the roof. You don't gotta worry about the plumbing. It's all been done recently. So this is huge, and I understand the demand for it, but you gotta realize that there's just not a lot of areas to build here in San Diego anymore, which keeps our prices going up so fast. And you know, a lot of these builders don't wanna deal with it because it takes years to get these permits done and all this stuff. So you're gonna see slim to no options. But if you are gung-ho on new construction, make sure you're looking in areas like Chula Vista, Otay Ranch, in that area. That's where you're gonna see a lot of new construction happening. Basically, the more east you go, the more land and the more flat sometimes it'll be, so they have more options for new construction. But you can look in areas like Escondido. You're gonna have Fallbrook, you're gonna have Oceanside, parts of San Marcos. But again, we usually know about a lot of these new construction opportunities first, so make sure you guys are reaching out if you have any questions on that, but really expect there not to be a lot of new construction options. The next confusing thing is the distance to the beaches, and a lot of you guys move here to be closer to the beach. Well, most of you guys. But one thing I wanna let you know is a lot of people are surprised, depending on where they move in San Diego, on the distance to the beach, especially on the weekends or during summer when there's a lot of traffic. You know, what could be a 20-minute drive can easily be a 40, 45-minute drive, and that's not even including finding parking. So if you are really wanting to be close to the beach, and the beach is why you're moving here because you want to go on morning walks on the beach, you just want that beach lifestyle, get as close as possible to the beach so you do not have to, you know, deal with traffic and all that stuff trying to get over there. It's going to drive you absolutely nuts. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit more expensive the closer you go to the beach, but it could kind of play off and be a lot better in my opinion for you. But keep this in mind too, because a lot of your beaches and the beaches you're probably going to end up going to are going to be anywhere from central San Diego going all the way up to North San Diego to Oceanside area. So right from about Ocean Beach, La Jolla area to, again, Oceanside, that's where you're going to have a lot of really pretty beaches, a ton of beach access the whole way up there. And, you know, if you live in South San Diego, you're not going to have a ton of beach access, in my opinion. It's really going to be at Coronado, but besides Coronado, you're not going to have a lot of beach access. You're probably going to head up to Central or even North San Diego for some beach days. And I really do think the hardest part about moving to San Diego or any new place in general is going to be figuring out which area is best for you. What's going to work best for your lifestyle? What's going to work best for your family, for your budget, for your commute? There's so many different things that play a part in it, which is exactly why we love making these videos for you guys, just to help save you a ton of time. So if you guys have any questions at all, make sure you guys are reaching out. All of our information is right there down below. We'd love to be a resource for you, and definitely check out a couple of these videos right here that will also probably be extremely helpful. I'll see you there.